The funnel chart shows the different flow of stages. Look here, this is the flow of stages. This is the first stage, second stage, third stage, fourth stage, fifth stage. This appears like an inverted pyramid. Okay. The top section of the funnel chart displays the wider area, which often decreases as it moves forward into the channel. Okay. This funnel chart helps us to visualize the linear process that has sequential connected stages. Don't worry. Okay, I'll explain you what is this linear process which has sequential connected stages with some example. Okay. Now the question is when to use funnel chart. funnel funnel chart is used in the case of marketing. So one of the use cases, okay, the marketing team, they use the funnel chart more frequently. Now let's take a look at a sales funnel case study. The sales funnel is basically a marketing term. Okay, so it is used to track how a starting set of visitors or users drop out of a process flow. Let's say you are a marketing manager. You are trying to explore how you can reach more potential clients to grow your business or revenue share. In that case, you are doing some kind of opportunity analysis or sales prospecting. What is sales prospecting? You want to see, is there any way that uh, increase the sales or something like that. Let's say you are generating leads through some third party application or through Facebook ad or Google ad, and then you qualify, for example, let's 350. Let's say you are getting 350 customers response. Okay. You, let's say you have given an advertisement in Google AdWords, okay, or the Facebook, you have given an advertisement, and 350 customers, they express their interest based on the ad which you gave it. And what you do is, out of the 350 customers, you have qualified 160 leads. For example, they contact you, they ask you, we have seen your ad and any discount you give it. Okay. And if you say no, and if the terms and conditions are not suiting, or if the expectations from the customers are met by your product, you can tell them. So these are the things we don't support as part of the product or service. So in that case, finally, buyer boils down to 160, right? Out of the 350, you will find 160 customers are relevant customers. Okay, and then you come up with some strategy to target these customers, right? And then next you you conduct some kind of webinars. Out of 160, what you do is, right, only 120 customers, they attended your webinar or demo session. And then what you do is those people attended the demo session, the 120 people, right? Those attended my demo session, and I asked them to fill the uh, proposals, right? Or I want them to sign up the contract, something like that. And out of 120, only 90 have shown the interest in signing up the contract. And finally, only 60 people made it. Okay. And with this, we are able to understand this is your initial stage, right? This is your lead stage, right? So you just gave an advertisement, and then what they did, 350 people, they contacted you, and finally, from each stage, if you see, right, it goes down. The customers are dropping down. Finally, you are end up uh, converting only 60 customers out of the 350 leads which you received it. Okay. Now we will go to the Power BI desktop, and we will take a look at how to use funnel chart. So look here, this is where funnel chart. I just selected this one. I just simply go and drop category. I just simply, you can see here, I don't have the data set segment. I don't remember the data set on top of my head. And here, not category. One second. Here the category. Yeah, okay. Simply you can put sales here. So you can see this one. Okay. Ideally, it should be something like, not like category. Okay. I don't have the data. You just think this is the leads. from the leads, how many how many of them qualified. Okay, the lead stage, and then the qualification stage, qualifying the customer stage, and then final stage, something like that, right? So from the top stage to next, how we reached, how many customers they dropped from one stage to another stage with the funnel chart, you can understand. So formatting the same way you can do it like how you do it for other visuals, not much difference. But one thing what you can do is you can simply go and give some different colors. Okay, for different thing you can use different colors. The default one is, I just leave it. Okay, here data labels on. Data labels, everything is on the category labels. Okay, for this you can change the colors. Well, colors, yeah, only this place. Okay, show on. Okay, so look here, you need to enable show all on so that each stage you can give different colors. The last one is your green color, because finally you are able to convert, only this many number of, this many number of customers that you are going to highlight it in green, something like this. So here, usually the blue, purple, green color are often used. So the first one usually, right, it should be like this, the blue one, and something like blue one, and then purple color. The second one is purple. Don't go by the, uh, literally don't go by the category here. It is not a category stage. This is a lead stage, and next stage is your, this one, webinar stage or demo stage, and finally conversion. This is a conversion stage. Okay, for each thing you need to give different colors. Usually the blue, purple, green, current are used. So here the purple color is something like, I don't know the purple, even I forgot the purple color. Yeah, purple color is somewhat, like this, right? I think this one. Sorry, not that one. And ideally, it should be blue. This is the one is your purple color. Next one is green. So this is the one they use it. Okay. So we can go from darker to lighter shades as the funnel goes further into the final stages. Okay, that is the thing. If you keep it in mind while giving different colors, right, to this one, it will be helpful. So now you understood how to create a funnel chart and what is funnel chart with this simple case study. Okay. Usually the marketing guys, as sort of the sales funnel, right? They use this one funnel chart. Next one is the interesting topic. We will take a look at the decomposition tree. Decomposition tree is powered by artificial intelligence, right? It's helps you to visualize the data across multiple dimensions. The decomposition tree, and also it automatically aggregates the data and enables drill down into your dimensions in any order, whichever order that you wanted, we can drill down to that order. Okay. Okay, so in this case, see, it is an artificial intelligence visualization. So I can ask it to find the next dimension to drill down into based on certain criteria. This tool is valuable for ad hoc exploration and conducting root cause analysis. Okay. And so let's take a look at some of the components of this visual. First up, we have the measure that we want to analyze. See here, you need to put the measure. Okay. Let me just use that one. I think I did not. So first we will explore the components. The first component is measure. What is measure? Measure is a numeric variable. Remember, for example, sales, right? So we wanted to analyze a measure, right? So in this case, it is a, let's say the sales is kind of a revenue. We want to take a look at the total revenue. Okay, next we have something called explained by fields. I'll just show you in the, okay, so this is the decomposition tree. This is the one, tree. If you put a tree in the side, let's say we have a tree image, and if you put it in the opposite thing, right, it will be like this. See, if you rotate it, what will happen? If you rotate it, at the bottom you have the root. This is kind of a root, and this is like branches. Okay, something like that. Okay, so if you rotate the tree image, it will be like this. Okay. So here, the first component, what I am going to do, so here you have different fields, analyze and explain by. So we want to analyze the revenue. I just drag and drop the sales here, and you can drag and drop as many fields, categorical variable in the explain by field. See, I mentioned about categorical variable. Don't think, category variable means only category column, and segment column is also a category, and shipping cost is also explained by. You can drag and drop as many columns as possible here. 1 second. Segment, and then shipping cost, and if you want to see it region by also, you can do it here. Region is also categorical variable. Okay, or I just region by shipping cost, something like that. Okay, look here. So this is the first component of the visual, right? This is the first component. 1 second here. This is the first component of the visual, right? So this is the one we wanted to analyze. How I got the revenue. We want to see this some kind of breakdown of the sales based on different dimensions. This is my first component, and then what I do is when I click on plus sign here, it displays the high value, low value options here. And at present, I'm going to select category. So these are the 4 columns. I just dragged and dropped it under the values field, right? Explained by field. Look here, explained by, I put these 4 fields, right? When I click on this, you can see those 4 fields: category, shipping cost, and segment. When I select category, what will happen is, okay, and it will show the total sales. So what makes up this total sales? We can get to know by category. You will get this split up by category because you included category here, right? So in category, and each category, if you want to see the segment wise performance, you can see it here. In the technology, we have consumer, corporate, and home office. And similarly, if you want to see it here, the furniture, right? You can see it. 1 second. Yeah, you need to close this one. And if you want to see it, you need to click on this one, segment again. And you can just move this up. Similarly, if you want to see it for office supplies, you can do it that way. And the technology consumer segment, we made 20 lakh 10,000. Okay, and if you click on this plus sign, and which region contributed, which region consumers they contributed more sales in technology. If you want to see it, you can keep branch out. Okay, the more the categorical variable that you put it in your explain by will help you to branch out from one dimension to another dimension. So this explained by fields, right? Here you can specify different dimensions that you want to that you want to use it to explore this measure sales. And then finally we have the main portion of the visual. which is nothing but the tree here. Okay. The first component is the measure sales here. Okay. And next we have the explained by fields. Okay. And then the third component is the main portion of the visual, right? The tree. And this is dedicated to the explanatory. It shows how the measure is broken down by the dimensions and the explained by the column. Okay. You can give click on this. So now if you want to see this one, right, but you will get a quick idea here in the sales, for the revenue of this revenue, the technology, the tops the rank. And in the technology segment, in the technology category, we can see that in the consumer segment, contribution is more. Okay. And the revenue contribution more from the consumer segment, and especially in the consumer segment, the central and south and top three regions, right? If you see it, the central and south Oceania, these three regions are the top three revenue contributors under consumer segment. Right, in the case of technology or furniture. Okay, we are see, look here, that's what you need to be very careful. Mistakenly I was talking about technology because this one is linked with this one, right? And here it shows the consumer and here it shows the furniture. Okay. And along with each and every dimension, you can see the lock here. You can leave it as it is. And if you want to lock it at at the, let's say, you don't want to you want to lock the thing, right, the dimensions, and if you share it, the users will not be able to make any changes. For example, you will not be able to see let's say they cannot modify it, they cannot do anything. Okay. And you can, because you are the author, you are the owner of this report, and you can enable or disable by drilling down or something like that. Okay. And if you lock it, they cannot do it. For example, if they lock it here and you can see it, but still you cannot go back and all. Okay, you cannot go back and do anything here. And if you select anything, right, any specific thing, it will highlight here. You will get to know from furniture consumer in south region, shipping cost, how much we incurred, something like that. And if you see here, yeah, the shipping cost for the south region consumer segment, right? So you can see that one here. And the shipping cost. Okay, ideally shipping cost I should not have used. This is not a categorical variable. I was trying to put ship mode here. Since I locked it here, see, this is the advantage of a lock, right? The users cannot add any further dimensions. Okay. Even if you lock it, you can still do it. Look here, the plus sign is there, right? You need to expand this in ship mode. Yeah, with plus sign you can do it. But only thing is, with the lock, if you give it to the users, they cannot make further changes to this one. Okay, the dimensions. For example, if they wanted to add a new dimension, they cannot they will not be able to do it. Okay, so certain things, there are some limitations here. And if, for example, if I unlock it here and if I close this one, for example, if I don't need this, I can remove the level. But if I lock it, see, that removal is not there. You cannot remove it. The report user cannot remove the branches. And if you think, right, so they can remove, you can give some kind of liberty to them. Up to ship mode and region, they can delete it. But this is a basic thing. They are not supposed to play around with this. Okay, it should be left intact. Okay, it should not be made any changes. The end users can make a changes to these dimensions. So in that way you are giving some amount of flexibility to the report users. They can, if you give like this, right, they can delete this one. And for example, they want to go back to the central and they want to see the high value in the central, and then in the ship mode, right? So the central the standard class is the topmost one. Okay, this is the one. This is the standard class is the main contributor in the central region. For the when it comes to the ship mode. Okay, the shipping cost or the sales. Revenue. You just think that way. Okay, and if you want to go back to the technology, look here. All you need just click on this one. It will get moved from here to here. Look here, any dimensions, if you want to view the data, you can see it here. And along with this, so you can see the plus or minus, right? That kind of thing you can see it. High value, not plus or minus, sorry, the high value, low value. If you want to see it, you can see it. Or if you want to go one level down to explore at the ship mode level, you can do it. Okay, so since I did not enable lock here, when I share the report to the report users, the end users, for example, if I share it to you, you can delete these two columns and you can probably put some other categorical variable and you can include it and you can do some kind of analysis. But you cannot do anything with these first two things, okay? First two branches, you cannot do anything. So that's the decomposition tree. It's really easy to use and pretty intuitive and simple to build, and it is great for root cause. If you want to perform some kind of root cause analysis, for example, what led to increase in sales, or what led to having 1 million sales, we have it, right? So what is the root cause for this, right? If you want to say it, you can add as many dimensions as you want it, and you can keep you can expand this one and you can say it here. The next one is the key influencer visual.